Hello, hello, hello. Welcome. So nice to see everyone here. This is Jason Gorenstein bringing you Urban Zen Integrative Therapy. Hopefully you guys are having a nice, lovely Saturday. Today is Saturday, June the 6th, 2020, 12 p.m. For anybody who is joining us today, I hope that you're having a lovely Saturday as well. I thought for today's practice, there is a lot that has been going on just with everything, the media and everything like that. So I thought a really nice way that we could begin today's practice is just by beginning with an essential oil. And please feel free to choose your favorite essential oil. Today I'm going to use lime oil. So lime oil is really nice. You can place a drop of lime oil on a tissue, and you can place it on your skin directly, but I have actually lately started using the oil on a tissue because I think the tissue absorbs most of the smell, and then if you hold it to your nostrils, you can really get that nice smell. So without further ado, let's begin, and I'll transition us over to the larger screen, and you guys can join me in the practice today if you'd like. So let's begin with some mindful movements, if you will. And we're going to come onto our mats. I have a whole slew of essential oils right here, so I'm just going to place those next to me. And you can find your way onto your seated position, your bolster if you'd like. And we're just going to begin seated right now. And we'll start with a very gentle seated meditation practice. Just begin by closing your eyes. Now, one of the four pillars of our Urban Zen practice is actually the pillar of mindfulness. So when we talk about mindfulness, what we're talking about is the ability of, in our practice rather, for us to find some mindful contemplation. Oh, sorry about that, guys. I'm just trying to get the audio changed over so everything is perfect. All right. Nice, we're good. All right. So when we talk about this form of mindfulness, we're talking about contemplative therapy. And contemplative therapy is something that Roshi Joan Halifax often talks about in her books. She's got two books. One of them is called Being with Dying. The other is called Living on the Edge. And both of these books are really awesome books. So if you haven't had a chance to read the books, Karen, welcome. So nice to have you in practice. Perfect. So hopefully you can join us today for our Urban Zen Integrative Therapy practice. And we're going to begin. So as we start with contemplative therapy, this idea, and also Karen, please, if you'd like to share any practices that you'd like to focus on, let me know. I am open ears. This is a free request practice for today, for today's Urban Zen. So if there's anything that you'd like to see, or there's any type of practices that you would like to receive, please feel free to share, and I'll be happy to include them in today's session. So as we discuss Roshi Joan, this concept of contemplative therapy is an idea of being able to evaluate ourselves from our breath. Now, many of what has been coming up lately in the current world, the outside world, is most certainly true. There is tons of oppression, and this whole movement that's happening absolutely makes sense. If you break us down beyond the physical body, we get into these aspects of just our breath. Absolutely, I will get a BAM in there. I will definitely do a BAM. Yes. All right. So let's just start out with noticing the breath. So one of the best starting points for our practice is often our breath, and we can begin actually with a body awareness meditation. Thank you so much, Karen. I hope you're having a wonderful day today. Hopefully this practice is finding you well wherever this practice meets you. And as we begin with our meditation, let's just start by closing our eyes and being with our breath. Just a couple of breath awareness exercises to start before we get into the body. So begin to notice the inhalations and the exhalations as it moves across the nostrils. Begin to feel the softness of the inhale and the gentleness of the exhale. And as you continue to be aware of this natural breathing process, just start to notice the sensations across the body. So whether you're sitting in a chair or whether you're sitting on your mat or whether you're lying down, all of these practices can be done, all of these methods rather, this method of body awareness meditation can be done in any of these poses. So begin by noticing the crown of the head, the top of the head, the forehead. Begin to notice the sensations across the temples, along the brows of the eyes, over the bridge of the nose, and right across the eyelids, both eyelids, the inner eyes, the outer eyes. And just begin to start there. As you move to the nostrils, maybe you observe the nose, the nostrils, maybe air moving in through the nose. Maybe air moving out through the nose. Begin to notice your cheeks. Both cheeks. Noticing the in-breath again and the out-breath again. As you begin to notice your cheeks, start to notice even the sensations in the mouth. Maybe you'll notice the lips, whether the lips are soft, maybe they're a little parched, maybe they're cracked, maybe they're gentle, maybe they're smooth. Just begin to feel into those sensations across the lips. And as you move towards the mouth, you'll notice the mouth, the inner mouth, even the saliva, the roof of the mouth, the tongue, and the root of the tongue. Begin to notice your throat. Notice the top of the throat and the back of the throat. Both shoulders. Begin to feel into both shoulders. And as you feel into both shoulders, this is kind of a hybrid exercise, so bear with me. Can you lift your shoulders up to meet your ears? And as you exhale, can you soften your shoulders down away from your ears? So on your next in-breath, begin to feel the shoulders lifting towards the ears. And as you lift the shoulders up towards the ears, you can let those neck muscles start to soften here. And as you exhale, feel the shoulders softening away from the ears. And again, shoulders move up towards the ears, really feeling those neck muscles here, the right side and the left side. And then releasing those shoulders away from the ears. Nice. Letting maybe the saliva move down the mouth, down the throat, down into the belly. And then you may feel the broadness of the chest. So each breath we begin to notice the breath, maybe the simple rising and falling of the chest, or maybe even the intricacies of the chest as the chest expands, feeling those intercostal muscles meeting across the ribs, feeling the back muscles meeting across the shoulder blades. The breath being this very vibrant object that really has no sense of discrimination. Breathing in and filling the lungs up, 3 lobes on one side, 2 on the other. breathing out and feeling the release. And as you take your attention back to the shoulders, just begin to notice the right arm, the bicep, the tricep, the right elbow, the forearm, the wrist, and the fingers of the right hand. I'm going to travel the attention down the body, the left shoulder this time, the left bicep and tricep, the left elbow, the left forearm, the left wrist, the fingers of the left hand. Come back to that wonderful breath. That beautiful, gentle breath. And we're going to add on to this. So now let the neck, let the head just drift over towards the left shoulder. Begin to allow your left shoulder to lift up towards your left ear. Then release the ear away from the shoulder and move over to the right side. So we're combining mindful movements, breath awareness, and body awareness all in one exercise. Lift the right shoulder up. Feel the stretch of the neck on the left side. Maybe there's more tension on the left side. That's okay. And then come back to center here. And then once again, lift both shoulders up towards the ears, squeezing them in, and release them on down. Now as you come back to the fingers here, just begin to feel the fingers. Maybe you could feel the right hand holding onto the left, or maybe you could feel even the left hand holding onto the right. And both are okay. Now notice your belly. Notice the gentle rise of the belly on the in-breath and the gentle fall of the belly on the out-breath. Inhale, breathing in here. And exhale, breathing out. As you take your attention to the backs of the shoulders, notice your shoulder blades. Notice how the blades of the shoulders sit on the back body here. As you breathe into the back, feel the expansion of the back muscles, the expansion of the chest, the expansion of the heart. As you breathe out here, noticing the release, the relaxation, the ease. And again here, breathing in, filling the body up, warm, fresh light, filling the breath into the body, breathing out, feeling that sense of letting go, that sense of mindfulness, that sense of courage. As you come back to that wonderful, harmonious breath again, take your attention down towards the legs, the thighs here. Begin to feel both thighs, the inner thighs and the outer thighs. Notice both thighs. And notice the pelvis. And try to be non-judgmental here. You may notice a warm sensation in the pelvis, or a cool sensation, or a heating sensation, any sensation, and just observe and breathe. So much of this practice is just awareness. Just be aware. And as you take your attention to the back body, now notice the back muscles. The back shoulders, the middle back region, the lower back region, the entire back body as you inhale and as you exhale. Now that seat that you sit on. Notice the seat, the feeling of the seat. And feel the weight of the body on that seat. Hopefully this provides some sense of relaxation, some sense of ease, some sense of mindfulness. Maybe allowing a smile to creep up on the face muscles here as you come back to the pelvis. Feel the legs. Start by noticing the left leg, top of the left leg, back of the left leg. Notice the left knee, the left shin, the left calf, the left foot. And now we're going to notice the right leg. So start from the top of the buttocks and then notice the right top of the leg, the right thigh, the right knee, the right shin, the right calf, the right foot. Notice both hands and feet here. And then notice your breath. Is your breath fast or is your breath slow? Is your breath shallow or is your breath deep? Just notice the sensations. We're going to begin to add on some mindful movements here. Inhale, floating those arms up above your head. And exhale, bringing those hands back down to the sides. Inhale, floating those arms up above the head. Exhale, bringing those hands back down to the sides. Once again, floating those arms up above the head. This time, releasing the left palm down, take the right hand to the top of the head, and just begin to turn the chest over towards that right elbow. Look towards the elbow, breathe into the right rib cage, breathe into the right hip socket. Float the right arm over the body, drift it over to the right side, float the left arm on top of the head, left palm. Open the chest, open the heart, open the sternum. Breathe here. Breathe into the left shoulder. Breathe into the left rib cage. Breathe into the left side of the chest. Now as you inhale, float the left arm up, float the right arm up. Bring those hands back to center and interlace those fingers. Press those palms forward in front of you and heavily round through the spine here. Look at your belly button. As you inhale, lift those arms up towards the ceiling. It's okay if they just lift up at a diagonal. As you exhale here, round the spine. Once again, inhale, peel the chest up, peel the heart up, peel the sternum up. As you exhale, round through the spine again. One more time, lifting up. Take the left arm, bring it over the left side of the body. Bring it back behind you, actually, and then bring the right hand over the left thigh. Turn the chest over to the left side. Breathe into the body. As you turn back to center, maintain these aspects of our body awareness meditation. Even though we're moving right now, still feel into the face, still feel into the shoulders, still feel into the chest. We're still aware. Inhale, float those arms up towards the ceiling. As you exhale, change sides. And again here, lift the chest, lift the heart, lift the sternum, and begin to revolve the head over the right shoulder. See that the weight drifts back into the hips. See that the belly holds in slightly as you breathe. Good. Inhale back to center. Float those arms up towards the ceiling here. Raise through the fingers. As you exhale here, plant the hands back down to the sides. Excellent, guys. Okay. You're going to find your way onto your hands and your knees now. We're going to start from here. As you find your way onto your hands and your knees, you're going to begin to observe your breathing. Notice your inhalations and your exhalations on your hands and your knees. Maybe, guys, you still have that essential oil, that tissue. Breathe that in. So we use our senses here for our practice. Inhale, peeling the chest forward and up. Exhale, very gently rounding the spine here, releasing the crown of the head all the way down towards the floor. As you inhale here, peel the chest forward and up. Spread the fingers wide. As you exhale, round through the spine and once again, hug the belly in. Keep rounding here. Inhale, peeling the chest forward and up. Exhale, rounding through the spine here. So spin the fingers out just a little bit wider apart. Tuck your toes underneath it. We're actually going to take a downward facing dog, believe it or not. Lift those knees up. Walk the feet back just slightly. And begin to release the hips all the way down towards the heels. Spread the fingers wide apart. And begin to float those hips from right to left. Keep breathing into the side ribs here. Keep allowing the head to release all the way down towards the mat. And then release your knees right down to the mat here. Inhale, peel the chest on up. Exhale, rounding the spine. Inhale, peeling the chest on up. Exhale, rounding the spine. As you come back to center once again, find your way onto your forearms. I've been doing this practice quite a lot lately. You're going to walk your left leg back and just stretch the back of your left leg. Press the forearms down, press the wrists down, press the fingers down, and just release the head all the way down towards the mat. Close the eyes here. Breathe into the sides of the body. Again, re-invite the breath awareness exercise here. So once again, another really beneficial reason why we have the oil in a tissue is because you can place that tissue right below you. And you can breathe in the tissue as you move from right to left, very gently rocking here. And that tissue, that smell, for me it's lime, for you it may be lemon, or grapefruit, or lavender, or peppermint, or some other variation of smell. That smell is a part of this therapy. That smell is a reminder of many of the good aspects of our practice. Release that left knee down, float the right leg up. So many of the reasons why we use these oils is because we need those reminders. We need those aspects of ourselves to remind us how to find our way back into the present moment. And releasing that right knee on down. Take the hands, place the hands right underneath the shoulders. Inhale, peel up the chest here. Inhale, float the chest on forward. Exhale, begin to round the spine again. Once again. Inhale, begin to float the chest on forward. Exhale, beginning to round the spine here. Inhale and forward. Exhale, rounding. Let's take a nice child's pose for a moment. Bring the knees a little wider apart. Bring the feet together. Now, if you want to use some support, do use some support here. If you have a bolster, you can place the chest on a bolster. If you have a blanket, you can place the chest on a blanket. Some of us just want to place the head right on the ground. And I would strongly recommend having that essential oil in a tissue within a few inches of the nose. Now once again, even though we're facing the ground,
we still have this opportunity to become aware of our breath and our body. So we can once again come back to that body awareness meditation. It can be shorter this time. It does not have to be the full duration. That's fine. If it just needs to be a minute or two, just to observe the body on a superficial level, that may be enough. It doesn't need to be the whole 5 minutes or longer. So you'll notice the smell. And obviously at any point if the smell overpowers you, then you can move the smell away. The smell is always meant to be just a complement to your practice. Good. Lift the head on up, walk the hands over to the right side of the room, and release the head on down. Release the head, release the neck, release the shoulders, and breathe here. And as you release the head back on down, just begin to breathe into the back of those neck muscles. Begin to feel those shoulders, begin to fill the back body up. Warm, fresh, light, oxygenating breath. Believe it or not, these essential oils actually have the potential to oxygenate the body. There's an ORAC scale, which is the oxygen reduction scale of how something is able to remove oxygen. For instance, blueberries have a very high amount on the ORAC scale. So do many of the essential oils. Let's lift on up, come back to center, and move to the other side. Just be with your breath. Be with your inhalations and your exhalations here. Come back to center, come back to center, come back to center. Walk the hands forward in front of you. Inhale, peel up the chest and the heart. As you exhale, one more time, take a downward facing dog pose. Release the head on down. Walk the feet forward to the hands. Walk the hands back to the feet. Take your hands to the shins. And release the head on down. Press down through the balls of the feet. Inhale, peel up the chest, come to standing. And release your hands all the way to your sides. You know, it's funny. In Urban Zen practice, very rarely in my classes do we teach a lot of movement, but with all this stuff that's been going on, it's okay to have a little bit of movement in our practice. And I think, a lot of times I teach as a restorative class, but in today's class, we're going to move a little bit, and then we're going to come back to restoratives at the end. So please feel free to join me. Inhale, raise the arms up. And as you exhale, folding all the way down towards the floor. Inhale, peel the chest on up. Maybe bring the hands to the shins here as you lift that chest on up. As you exhale, releasing the hands all the way down. Inhale, floating the arms up, lifting those fingers up towards the ceiling, palms face one another. As you exhale here, releasing the arms to the sides of the body. Inhale, float the arms up above your head. As you exhale here, interlace the fingers this time and press the palms up towards the ceiling here. Gently begin to draw the arms over towards the right side of the room. Come back to center here and draw the arms over to the left side of the room. Come back to center here. Look up towards those fingers as you extend. And as you exhale, bending through those knees, release the hands all the way down towards the mat. Inhale, coming up halfway here. Pause. And as you exhale, release all the way down. Inhale, raising those arms up towards the ceiling. Breathing through those fingers. And as you exhale, floating those hands back down and to the sides here. One more time, inhale, raise the arms up above the head as you float the fingers together. Press through the fingertips. And just very gently begin to reach over again to the right. It doesn't have to be that much. It could just be a little bit. Breathe into the left side of the body. Breathe into the left side of the chest. Breathe into the shoulders. Come back to center here and take the other side of the pose. So this could be called gentle yoga or slow flow yoga. And we're just taking this so that we could come back to the body here. Take the hands to the hips. We don't have to move fast. Not all yoga classes move fast. Some classes do. But this class for today, it could be a gentle class. Begin to turn your right foot over to the right. Spin your left foot in. Arms reach out to the sides here. Inhale, float the arms up and over the head. And as you exhale, glide your hands down all the way down that right leg for triangle pose. Inhale, float the left arm up. So in this class, it's very different than our normal yoga. Just feel into your feet. Use your body awareness meditation here. Notice your knees. Notice your thighs. Feel your chest. Feel the arms. Breathe here as you extend through those left fingers. And as you inhale, let the chest lift you up and out of the pose. Take your hands back to the knees, back to the hips, and breathe here as you bend deeply into that right knee. Keep the chest lifted, keep the heart lifted. Good. Straighten through that leg. Spin your right foot in. Spin your left leg out. And again here, you're going to hinge the body over. Left hand comes down the left leg. Right arm extends all the way out towards the ceiling here. So press down through that right foot. Press down through the left foot. And lift through the right side of the chest. Allow that right arm to lift up. But even beyond the body and what it's supposed to do, pay attention to what the body feels like here. Notice your feet. Feel your shins, your calves, your belly. Notice your shoulders here, and your arms, and your head. Inhale, floating that right arm up. Hands come to the hips, turn the feet in. And once again, step the feet towards one another. As you step the feet together, take the palms and release the palms out to the sides once again. Inhale, float those arms up and above the head. As you exhale here, hinge at the hips and release the torso all the way down. So now, take the feet a little wider apart. So walk those feet out just a little bit wider. Cross the elbows and release the head all the way down. Close the eyes here. And breathe into the backs of the legs. It's okay to bend those knees. Just let the breath travel into the back body here. Oftentimes as we hold the pose, we start to notice the back muscles softening. And even if you feel any tightness in the back, it's okay. Welcome it for now. This is our mindfulness practice. As you breathe into those muscles, you may find you're not as focused or concerned with those muscles. You just notice them. It's just an awareness. Just for right now. And release those hands all the way down towards the mat. Take the hands to the hips, press down through the balls of the feet. Inhale, peel up the chest and heart. And glide those arms all the way up towards the ceiling here. Interlace the fingers here, press the palms all the way up. And begin to shift those hips from right to left. Begin to sway just like a reed sways when the wind blows. You ever see that when you go to a pond or a lake or a stream, how the reed just moves very gracefully with the wind? Likewise, our body should move in that way. Very naturally, very organically, no effort required here. Just simply moving the chest, moving the arms, moving the body. And then from here, as you feel ready, release those hands all the way down towards the mat. Take the hands to the shins. Inhale, peel the chest on up. Breathing in here. And as you exhale, fold all the way down. Take the hands to the low back. Press through the feet. Inhale, peel the chest on up. And And one more time, float those arms up and above the head. Interlace the fingers here. Press the palms up. And again, your arms are like a floating reed. Just begin to move the hips around just slightly. A couple more times. And then eventually here, release those hands back down to the side. So we're going to make our way back onto our mat now. Just a little bit of movement in today's practice, and we find our way back onto our mat. All right? And then now we will start to use our proppage. So as you feel ready, taking your way back into your child's pose, but this time just having a block or a blanket or a bolster underneath the head. Breathing into the back body here. Release the shoulders towards the elbows. Release the hips towards the knees. Breathe into the back body here. And as you feel ready, you're going to lift your way on up. You're going to take both of your knees and place both of your knees over to the left side. So this is just one of the exercises that you can do. It's a very restful exercise. It's one of the more restful exercises in the practice. You'll take your torso, you'll release it on down, and you'll just release your head on down towards the bolster. And as you release on down, just start to come back to your breath. This mindful breath of ours. Release the left shoulder down. Release the right shoulder down. Begin to feel the breath traveling back into the back body here. Just breathing in and releasing. And breathing in and releasing. And one more time, breathing in and releasing. So oftentimes I practice the poses with you guys, I think because I kind of feel like it's our way of connecting with one another. When we practice together in this way, just start to notice the top of the head, the back of the head. Begin to feel the cheeks softening. Begin to feel the eyes softening. The neck muscles. Notice both shoulders now, so it's a little bit different than we were before. Notice how the shoulders release towards the elbows. Notice how the weight of the upper arm releases down towards the forearm. Notice how the fingers release towards the fingertips. And as you continue to breathe here, breathe into the backs of the shoulders and releasing. And breathing into the backs of the shoulders and releasing. Noticing now your back muscles, the low back, feeling your thighs, your knees, your shins, and your feet. Noticing both your shin bones and your calf bones. Noticing the tops of the feet and the bottoms of the feet. Noticing your in-breath and your out-breath. And noticing your gratitude here. We don't always feel gratitude. It's true. It's okay. But in this moment, it's okay to have appreciation for things. That's a part of the practice. Sometimes it's okay not to. But then there are times where it is okay to. Maybe even a smile. And eventually here, I'd like you to float the eyes open. I'm going to change your position right now. You're going to lift on up, and we're not going to take the other side. I know in yoga, usually we take both sides. If you want to, you can take that after the class. I'm actually going to have you now lie down on your back. So sometimes, as we said, it's okay to just take one side. You don't have to always take both sides. You know, sometimes it's okay to take both sides, and sometimes it's okay to just take one. Or maybe later you take the other side. Even in yoga, the balancing practice, we still sometimes just do one or the other, or both. We're going to move into our Reiki practice right now. So this is a self-guided Reiki practice. I hope that you're welcoming Reiki today. I'm going to be instructing it. So whatever level of Reiki you practiced, maybe you're level 1, maybe you're level 2, maybe 3, maybe 4, maybe you're master. Ultimately, really what Reiki is it's your connection back to yourself. So whatever Reiki practice you've done or whatever teachers you've learned from, it's really your guide back to you. The teachers are just a reflection of a part of you. All of my teachers are reflections of me. And parts of me are reflections of them, and vice versa. So as we move into our Reiki practice, if you welcome it, we bring our hands to the center chest and we start with the 5 Reiki principles. I'll say them in English for the intents of this practice. If you'd like to repeat them in Japanese, please feel free to do so. Just for today, may I let go of any anger. And it's often good to say that aloud, just so that you hear it for yourself. It's easy enough to think it in your mind, but when you verbally say it, it helps to distill the anger away. Just for today, may I let go of any worry. Just for today, may I be grateful. Just for today, may I be authentic. Just for today, may I be kind. Now begins our intention. Take your hands, bring them right above your forehead. And if there's any thoughts that you have for yourself, for a person that's close to you, for a friend, a neighbor, a lover, a spouse, a family member, an animal or a pet, pray onto them. Pray onto yourself. And when we take our hands back to the center chest, it's best often to say that we're not doing anything in this practice. You know, so much of our life is concerned with doing, and doing is good. Doing is very important. I used to think otherwise, but as lately it's concerned, it seems like doing is a very necessary, important practice for life. Without doing, there is no life. So maybe in this aspects of life, maybe saying that you're not doing anything for now, and you're allowing for Reiki to work through you or to move through you for your highest good and for the highest good of those around you. Maybe praying for the planet, maybe praying for all the souls, everybody affected, current conditions, whether it be health, mental, or spiritual. And we'll start by Reiki position number 1. Hands are placed over the eyes. Now, if you applied essential oils to your hands, please consider placing the reverse side of the hands over your eyes. And as you place your hands over your eyes, you could simply repeat these Reiki precepts. Or, if you'd like, you could just rest the hands over your eyes and just breathe here. And as you continue to hold your hands here, a lot may come up or nothing may come up. Take your hands and place them on top of the head. It's okay. It's okay if you feel nothing, and it's okay if you feel a lot. Both outcomes are okay for right now. This time, if you'd like, you can let your legs fully extend over that bolster or that blanket. You know, in many of my practices, I tend to talk a lot. And as many of you are my students or have been students of mine or have practiced with me. So I try my best in some instances to just be quiet and to just observe the sensations and the feeling for myself. You may find that you're able to relax more deeply into the space of relaxation than even into the words. Taking your hands and placing them directly behind your head. And certain parts of the body may be more revealing than others. For instance, in this part of the body, you may feel different sensations. You may feel a warm sensation, or a cool sensation, or a pulsing sensation, throbbing, or a gentle sensation. All sensations are welcome for now. And now taking your hands and placing them over your neck. And again, just observing. One of my favorite lines is, "It's not a matter of becoming, but a matter of being." Remain aware of yourself at all times, and all else will be known. And taking your hands and placing it over your chest. And again, just being aware. You know, throughout the body, we observe our sensations. And as we observe these sensations, we may become more in touch with who we are. Usually our sensations are the biggest sign that we have to know who we are. but recognizing also that our sensations are just sensations. They come and go. But allowing ourselves to be with them as they're here now. Placing the hands over the belly. Placing your hands over your pelvis, over your thighs, over your legs. And eventually just releasing the hands to the sides. So as we start to come back to the body, just start to move the head around from side to side, rolling the head, rolling the neck, rolling the shoulders. Good. Begin to move the knuckles around in circles here. Knuckles begin to revolve. And then the feet begin to revolve. So you're just moving the entire body, just like a marionette. And eventually bringing those knees to a bent position, rocking those knees right and left a few times. And rolling over onto your side. Using your top hand, gently begin to press your way on up. And coming back to a seated position. Maybe you still have your essential oil with you. It still smells so good. So I'm very big proponent of the tissue method, having your essential oil on a tissue. It really does help out. So from here, guys, just start to move your neck right and left a couple of times. Do a couple of shoulder rolls just to find your way back into the present moment. Kind of move around, move the shoulders, move the neck, move the chest. Excellent. Let's take our hands back towards our center chest here. Okay? And we don't really do this in an Urban Zen class too often, but let's close class with an Om. Just as a way of connecting and a way of really sharing appreciation and gratitude for ourselves, for our practice, for the universe. Maybe as a prayer. Your Om is a prayer for the universe. Take a deep breath in. And Release the chin towards the chest. Palms come to the thighs, palms face up. Gently lift the head. Softly open the eyes. So thank you guys so much. For those of you who joined me, have a wonderful day. Thank you guys for joining me. I really appreciate it. I love teaching this class. This is one of my favorite classes to teach. Urban Zen Integrative Therapy happens every Saturday at 12 o'clock. If you enjoyed this class, maybe you'll enjoy the Sunday class at 5:30. I hope that you guys have a fantastic weekend. So be well. Please, please, please take care of yourselves. Do good for others. And yeah, let's keep helping each other out. Let's keep being gentle and mindful for each other. My name is Jason Gorenstein. This is my practice now at Yoga with Jason G. As I close our practice together, just a couple of reminders, announcements. So yes, guys, thank you guys for tuning in. Urban Zen Integrative Therapy. Thank you guys so much. I don't know if anybody is still here or who's watching. I hope that you guys have a fantastic day for whoever is watching or whoever tuned in. Once again, this is Jason Gorenstein here, bringing you Urban Zen Integrative Therapy practice. Couple ways that if you guys want to help out, giving a thumbs up sign. Oh, sweet Jonathan, awesome. Yes, have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for tuning in. Oh, Karen, amazing. So it's been a pleasure, guys. Please, as well, be safe. Take care of yourselves. I love you guys. Have a fantastic day. If you want, I'll be here tomorrow evening at 5:30 for my usual practice. It may be pre-recorded though, so what I may do, because I think I do have something tomorrow, I may do the class a little bit earlier, so I can make an announcement and then live stream the class. If you guys want to join me, maybe I'll live stream it at 12 o'clock tomorrow, and then I'll repost it again at 5:30. So if you guys want to tune in, please feel free to do that. Have a fantastic day, everyone. Please be well. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. You guys make me feel good just being able to teach this class and being able to share the energy with you guys. And yeah, have a fantastic day, everyone. Classes are also on YouTube, so if you guys ever miss a class, you can always tune in on YouTube. I'm uploading all the classes there, so there's classes on Facebook, there's classes on YouTube, but I'm only live streaming on Facebook, so that's like my whole thing. I only am live streaming on Facebook. So Jonathan, have a fantastic day. Karen, have a fantastic day. Anybody else that's joining us, have a fantastic day. Be well, everyone, and I will look forward to seeing you all soon. Namaste, yogis. Thank you guys so much. Bye, guys. Thank you.